Hello, it's me, Adam's Ghostie friendly host, broadcasting to you from this ethereal post to entertain you to the utmost. Or the most as I am approximately able upon this day. Hello, Farzil. Hello, Matthew. How are you guys doing?
Oh boy, what flavor?
Outerm 5 surprise.
Farzil, thank you for the bets. Quick reminder, we are running the November-thon now. Which means we are trying to raise money for things and stuff to make the stream better, including possibly even a custom model, a custom 3D model. Space Ghost Coast to Ghost was one of my favorite. That was a comfort show for me when I was a kid. That was definitely a comfort show. It was me. I'm okay, actually. I'm okay. I was gone for the last 2 days. You guys know. We had to go to the city because they had to get my upkeep injections in my legs to try and make like the non-deadly neurotoxins. I'm fine. I'm not dying. I have water. Yesterday I drank a lot more than Tuesday though. This was a much easier trip though, because Goji was with me, and Goji was able to manipulate my legs for the doctor. Yeah, a little bit unparalyzed. A little bit. The magical potion potion. I get Botox in my legs. Every 3 to 4 months, I gotta get Botox in my leggies and the nerve center in my leggies, so that they can calm down a little bit. But this time, the doctor told me that if my leggies don't improve in the next couple times that he sees me, then I have to get surgery to lengthen my tendons. So that would be fun or terrifying. I'm not sure which. Good either way. Goji was there, so he was able to help me, and the man didn't have to struggle as much, which was nice. No, the tendon shortened, so then they gotta reopen the tendons. Reopen the tendons. Okay, but you know what we're actually gonna do today? We're gonna have opinions about fast food. We're gonna have opinions about fast food, but here's the problem. Most of these I've never gone to. So we're gonna go through them, and if I haven't been to them, they'll just go in the never been thing. And if you guys disagree with me, then please let me know. I would like a conversation about things. I thought about playing a game today instead of doing like this, but I don't really want to. I don't really want to. Besides, we're gonna be playing a game tomorrow. I need to check with Rye to make sure we're doing 7 days, because if we're not doing 7 days, I'll do something else. I'm not sure what I'll do. Probably, well, we might start Fallout 2. And then Saturday, we're doing our media react stream. So if you have something that you want me to react to that falls within the guidelines that are put up on the Discord, please put it in the Discord thing, and I will react. And then Sunday I'm going to take you guys to Small Pass Card Shop. Because we're gonna play TCG Card Shop Simulator. I know, super late. I'm not on this trend, but you know. But I actually enjoy the game, and I'm still playing it. So we'll start. We'll start. The first one it has is Cinnabon, which I've never been to. I've had Cinnabon products. Like, you can order Cinnabon cinnamon rolls from Pizza Hut, and they come. And those are fine. So I guess if that's the quality of them, then I'd put them at a solid C. Oh yeah, I guess I should talk about what these mean to me. S is like, if this is an option, unless I'm really feeling something else, I'm always gonna choose it. A is like, oh yeah, no, I really like that. I like really like that. I could eat it every day. Well, S and A are both that. B is like, yeah, it's fine. C is, yeah, it's not terrible. D is, I don't really like it, but I can find something to eat there. F is gross, and never been's never been. Wingstop, never been. I've never been to Wingstop. I've seen them. Why is 7-Eleven on a fast food place? Is 7-Eleven a fast food place and I just don't know? Like, it's a secret fast food place that I have been to and just been like, this is a rest stop? Is that what's happened? Is that what's happened to 7-Eleven? I just don't know this. I just don't know this. We'll get to 7-Eleven. I've only been to Chipotle once, and I hated it. But it was like over 10 years ago. It was like over 10 years ago, and I don't know. Sorry, Twitch is being weird. Sapansi, thank you for 5 bits. You have more that you haven't gone to than gone to, probably. Is gas station food fast food? See, this is the problem with Twitch. It just decides they don't get to see you guys. Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Like, Icy is not a fast food place. Icy is, I've never seen Icy as like a standalone thing. But I've had an Icy and I did like it. But yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about how they love Chipotle, but I've only been there once. And I was very underwhelmed. Actually, not underwhelmed, I just didn't like it. I just thought it was bad. Like, I don't know. Okay, so I grew up in Texas, okay? I grew up in Texas. So they're like burrito, and I'm thinking like some refried beans, some cheese, some meat, and then like whatever fixings you want. But why the fuck are you filling your burrito with rice? Rice goes on the side. Also, I don't enjoy guacamole, which I know is kind of sacrilege, but I don't like it. So there's really nothing that Chipotle can give me that I'm like, oh, I love it. No, thank you. See, I have to put Pizza Hut in B because we order it occasionally. And they have Dr. Pepper up here. And the amount of places. Goji and I live in the middle of nowhere. And Canada already has a problem, in my opinion, that most of the places serve Pepsi products only for drinks. And I need to talk about this. I need to talk about this because I don't know if you guys have dealt with this. I don't know what your situation is. Let me know. My grandma worked for the Coca-Cola company. Like, she worked at the Coca-Cola factory in my hometown for years. So her house, there were rooms in her house that were just filled with Coca-Cola paraphernalia. Like those old advertisements and plates and things like that. So growing up, we had Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper. Jordy, hello, how's it going? So I drink not Pepsi. Pepsi doesn't taste good to me. It doesn't. But Pizza Hut out here, it has Dr. Pepper, and Dr. Pepper tastes good. We even have an emote based around my love for Dr. Pepper. If you didn't know. It could be better, but for the most part, you're all right. I'm okay. I'm still recovering. We had a long trip. Went for medical on Tuesday and then did the 5-hour return trip yesterday, and I'm still recovering. But we'll get there. We'll get there, I promise. We'll get better because we have to be live pretty much every day this month. Okay, so Cheesecake Factory. I've never been to a Cheesecake Factory, but I've been to a cheesecake. What is it called? It's not a Cheesecake Factory. It's a... You see, I'm pretty sure there's at least one that I used to work at on here. Hold on, let me look. I used to work at a DQ in my hometown. I worked at a DQ for a couple months. Not the worst job I've ever worked at. I also used to work at, well, it wasn't a Starbucks. It was a Starbucks. Like, we could sell Starbucks drinks, but we weren't a Starbucks. So I did work at something adjacent to Starbucks. What is it? What is it? It's in Canada. Cheesecake. Not factory. Restaurant. Canada. Okay, maybe it was the Cheesecake Factory and I just didn't know what it is. I didn't think it was the Cheesecake Factory. I went there once with Goji's parents. And I don't remember what the food tasted like. I don't remember whether the cheesecake was good. I don't remember whether anything was good. It made no impression. So I'm just gonna put it in C because apparently it wasn't awful. And then we can talk about the fact that 7-Eleven is on this. 7-Eleven is on this. Oh, you know what I can do real fast? I can just take everything that I haven't been to and put it in I haven't been to this. I don't know what this is, because all I can see is UR and pie, but the pie kind of looks like dye, so I'm a little confused by that. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even tell what this is. The human bean, I don't love that idea. I don't want to be a bean. I don't know what this is. There's got to be so many of these that are borrow? No, I've heard of that, but I haven't ever been to one. There have to be so many of these that are like kind of regional. Like Arby's is not regional, but I haven't been there. I think I've been to a Baskin Robbins. Ben and Jerry's feels like it's just the brand, but I don't know. You guys are gonna have to tell me. Why are there two Big B coffees? And maybe this is gonna just tell you where I grew up, but I've already told you guys where I grew up. I grew up in East Texas, and now I live this just seems wrong. This just seems wrong. Like, why do you have like Coca-Cola and Icy on here? Those aren't fast food places. Those aren't fast food places. I don't know what this is. So even if I've been to a place with that, I haven't been to the place with that. I don't really eat bagels. El Pollo Loco, I have not been to. I feel like I've been to a Five Guys, but I don't remember it being. I have been to a Five Guys. Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly put everything that I have not been to. Jason's Deli is on here. Wait, does that tell you? Where even is Jason's Deli's? How far have they gone? I know it's found in Beaumont. Okay, they're in like 29 states now. My parents knew the people who opened it. Is that weird? Is that weird? You live in Scotland, so you've never heard of a lot of it. That's fair. There's probably a lot of stuff that you guys have that I have never heard of. I need to ask Chris, who is the Scottish friend that I talk to every week. Not every day. Every week. Noodle company? I do love noodles, but I've been to a Fazoli. Never been to a Boston Market. Never been to a Hooters. I've never been to a Hooters! Well, yeah, we all know about deep fried foods. I've never been to a Golden Corral. I don't know what this is. Or a Burger Chef. Or a Fuddruckers. Or a Joe's Crab Shack. Or whatever this is that I don't know. Or a Crystal. Or a Smash Burger. Hungry Jack's is on here twice. Why is Hungry Jack's on here twice? Twice. If I didn't go to the first one, how would I go to the second one? I don't think I've been to Panera. I know I haven't been to Popeyes. Or Zaxby's. I've been to a Cracker Barrel once, and I have a story about that. I don't know what this is. Or this. Or this. Or this. Or this. There are a lot of I think like this is kind of like a US centric one. I feel like this has to be. Why are there 2 Sonics? I'm very confused. Whamdies, I have been to a Whamdies. I've never been to a Wawa. I don't know what a Wawa is, but I don't. So here are all the things that Ghostie has not been to. Yeah, but Texas is really like that too, Jordy. We deep fry Mars bars and things, don't we? I don't remember. I don't fucking remember. Does it matter? No. 7-Eleven is 7-Eleven. Is a 7-Eleven a fast food place? I don't think so. But I have had taquitos at a 7-Eleven from a 7-Eleven at like super late at night. I'd do it again. You know what? We gotta put Arby's. Well, we can't put Arby's anymore because I haven't had it. But Arby's has that picture. There's a picture from an Arby's of a guy who's feeding an opossum Arby's. And that should alone put it in the S rank, you know? Originally this said 2 S's, but I'm like, then where's the first S? We only put 1 S. I have been to Denny's. It was fine. I don't remember it much. Goji used to live at a place that wasn't very far from a Denny's. And, so we would go there sometimes when it was late at night. That was nice. That was nice. Even as a Bob app. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. Hungry Jacks, I'm gonna put you right beside yourself. So that we very much know. Not only have we not gone to Hungry Jack's once, we haven't gone to it twice. Sorry, I might be tired. I've also not had any caffeine for the last several days. And I woke up and I took a shower and I was like, I should make coffee. And then I got tired and I didn't make coffee. And instead I just made toast. And I ate toast and it was delicious and it had raspberry jam. But I didn't have any coffee. Have I been to a Chuck E. Cheese? I feel like I've been to a Chuck E. Cheese once. KFC. So KFC is okay. I think I would put it above a Denny's. But I don't really love KFC. I don't really love KFC. Quiznos I had because I used to volunteer at places in my hometown, and everywhere that would have volunteers, they would order Quiznos subs for their volunteers. And I never liked them. I always thought they were bad. Like, gross. They're not actually gross though. They're just like not great. TGI Fridays it's fine. If that was on, if we were going down a street and it was like you could go to a KFC or TGI Fridays, I'd choose the KFC. Then again, I have a little bit of weird memories with TGI Fridays. I wasn't very popular in high school because I was shy. I remember, okay, this is a dumb tangent and we'll get back to TGI Fridays in a moment, I promise. When I was in high school, at the very end of the last year, they had this award ceremony where the student council handed out awards for things like the most studious person and things like that. and they gave out an award for the most shy person, and I remember sitting there thinking, but you wouldn't know the most shy person because you don't even know their name. Like, I'm not even the most shy. I had friends, but like the most shy person I probably didn't even notice. I mean, there were over 100 students in our grade, so obviously they wouldn't have known everyone. But yeah, sorry, that was a weird tangent. That is to say, TGI Fridays was the place I went to with my friends for the one formal dance that I went to in high school. So we were all dressed up with our makeup done, our hair done, and we went to TGI Fridays. Somebody's parents were paying, I don't remember. And my friend threw a fucking fit because she felt the cheese on whatever she had ordered wasn't melted enough, I guess. I was like, who fucking cares? You're gonna eat it anyway. She refused to eat it. She made such... She got up, she found our waiter, and she was like, I'm not eating this. This is trash. You're gonna have to make them remake it. And I'm just sitting there with my plate of fried shrimp and French fries going, I don't fucking care, I'm gonna eat. I didn't say fucking because I didn't swear back then. Like, I don't care, I'm gonna eat. And then they got mad at me. They were like, how could you eat when your poor friend is sitting there without food? She chose it. She chose it. Yes, she had the kitchen remake her food. It's like, what the fuck? Who are you? Who are you to decide? It was melted. It was just, she didn't think it was correct. She didn't think it was the right kind of melted. But like, to the point that she wouldn't even touch the food. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know what the right kind of melted is, because the next time they had just shredded cheese and then let that melt, and she was like, see, this is the right kind of meltedness. It's like, no, they just shredded cheese. They just shredded the cheese instead of putting the cheese on top of your burger in one thing. They shredded the cheese. So yeah. And then she finally ate, and then people weren't mad at me anymore because I ate. Though they were still mad at me for the rest of the night. Because I didn't want to dance. Because I didn't really know how to dance. And also we were all dressed up in these big unwieldy dresses. And there was so much tulle and bullshit and like... I remember my parents got me some sort of like flower pin or arrangement or something to pin to my dress. And that earned ire from the other parents because we were all young women who did not date at the time. Yeah, there were weird... I had weird... this is a really long tangent about TGI Fridays. There was there was this whole thing because I wasn't allowed to date until I turned 18. And that was similar for a lot of the girls in my friend group. So my parents bought me this fresh flower arrangement that they pinned to my dress. And the other parents were unimpressed because they thought that meant that I secretly had a boyfriend. I'm sorry. The most wild thing that I did as a teenager was go to like PetSmart with my friend and pet the adoptable kittens. That was the wildest thing we did. Oh no. We used the time off that we have because we don't have 2 classes at the end of the day to go pet kittens. But the scandal. I have been to a Waffle House. And I don't remember what the food tasted like. This is another dumb story because we went to a Waffle House. This was after I graduated high school. And I was hanging out with my friends and we went to Hurricane Harbor. Slow me here, mate. Thank you for the rain. How's it going? How are you? How was Dead by Daylight? And welcome in, Raiders. If you do not know me, I am Outermost Ghostie. I'm an Opossum Ghost VTuber who plays a variety of games. Today we are having a Zatsu. And we are rating, there we go, fast food places. Please give me your opinions. You're a better killer than you. See, I'm a shit killer. I try, but I only like playing Alien because I think they're cute. But I can't. I'm very oblivious. I am incredibly oblivious. So I just end up running around the map going, yeah. I'm an okay survivor though. But I'm kind of taking a small break from Dead by Daylight because oh man, I fucking hate doctors. Jordy, I hate doctor killers. I hate doctor killers. They're the fucking worst. They're the fucking worst. Well, I shouldn't say that. I should say that every person that I've played against that was playing a doctor has been a tunneling son of a bitch. Everyone, and I know I haven't played against you because we check at the end to see if they're PC or console, so we see the person's name. And so I haven't played against you. I know that. And also I don't hide my name, so you would have seen my name. But no, like, okay, so last time I played Dead by Daylight pretty much every night with my friends. And like we were against a doctor and my friend got me off hook, and so I'm running away, right? And our other friend is in chase. Doctor sees me, stops chase, and comes after me. Oh, what the fuck, dude? I just got off hook. You're in chase. You were about to hit my friend. Just go after them. Nope. Oh, this one just got off hook. Well, I should kill him. No! Doctors, knights, and no, I think oh yeah, and ghost faces. Oh no, not ghost faces, sorry. Weskers. Those 3 I tend to have the most trouble with. And I'm starting to wonder if maybe it's not that they are looking for me and it's more that I'm a bad survivor. Sumi, I don't mind that you're Vommy Mommy. Vommy Mommy is fine. I've only ever played against Vommy Mommy in private matches though. But no, I don't like Knight, I don't like Doctor, and I don't like Wesker. I only only occasionally get to play against aliens though, and usually the aliens are either incredibly toxic or incredibly nice, and I don't think there's an in between, because they played against one the other night who was really nice, and I tried to get them to kill me and they wouldn't do it. They demanded that I leave, so I left. But then other ones, it's usually the people with the alien queen skins, right? The alien queen skins, those ones are typically toxic. But yes, the dog's terror radius was ridiculous. I really hated that. So actually, I know we're off topic. It's fine. We'll get back onto food in a moment. I just want to talk about Dead by Daylight for a sec. So, when they put out Doctor, that was around the time that they stopped. Hi, Honest. How's it going? That was the time that they made it so that we couldn't play if we were on Linux. So I already had a bad taste in my mouth for Doctor, and now we can play on Linux again, and they're like, the Doctors are just really good. That's fine. I have a lot of feelings about Dead by Daylight. A lot of feelings. But on this, that's all of their blood. All of their blood is acidic, which, to be honest, you know, to derail off of Dead by Daylight and into the alien universe, I could see the industrial use for xenomorph blood. It would be an incredibly strong acid, you know? And it would be really good for breaking things down. No, actually, I'm gonna be, if I'm entirely honest, I don't enjoy playing Dead by Daylight unless I'm playing with friends. And that's just it. Because playing solo Survivor is just... No, Alnus, you don't understand. It's not industrial use for the xenomorph. They're trying to do militaristic use for the xenomorph, but they don't understand that the xenomorph are basically ants. So all of their attempts to use them as a military thing make no sense because they're treating them as if they're mammals. And you can't treat ants like mammals. They have a different understanding of everything. But nobody ever tries to treat ants like ants, so it always fails. So why don't we just use them for industrial purposes instead of militaristic purposes? I have strong feelings. I have strong feelings on this, as you can tell. Yeah, Solo Survivor is masochistic. It's hell. So either I play... I don't know. I also run into the nicest killers when I'm solo. Because my friends are incredibly good as survivors. And I'm just kind of mid. And so if I'm playing alone, then I get killers that are more on my level, which means more people who are just playing for fun. If I play with my friends, then they're just like, it's hell. Because I'm not good. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to play against those killers. I'm just not. And I should get better at killer if I ever play solo, just so that I can do solo stuff. But then people are mean to you in the post-game chat. Even if you're nice to them, they're so mean to you. So yeah, those are my feelings. I only want to play Dead by Daylight with a friend. And I also have strong feelings about the industrial uses of the xenomorph. But that aside... Oh no. Auntie Anne's pretzels. See, I know what this one is, cause I get them if I'm in DFW. If I'm in a DFW and I'm struggling cause I want food, but I have to get on a plane, and so I don't want anything big, I get an Auntie Anne's pretzel with salmon and sugar. Cause it's good. I like it. Welcome back with coffee. What kind of coffee? I'm still learning about coffee. But the one that I'm drinking right now is one from Face Connect. You Ayase. That one. Cause it's a medium roast and it actually tastes pretty good. I enjoy it. It doesn't taste like dirt. Most coffee tastes like dirt to me. So I'm trying to learn how to not have it taste like dirt. I'm gonna put the two Sonics beside each other, so we'll just judge Sonic. Ah, I might try it. Heals me. Okay, so Sonic. I haven't eaten there in years, but I'd put it on the same. It's fine. I wouldn't hate it. What? Like, is it a dark roast or a light roast or medium or what? I also have stories about Sonic, cause when there was a Halloween after Goji and I got married that we were down in the States with my parents, and my dad took us to go to Sonic, and we got waffle cones, and they were just gigantic. And I just remember sitting in the car with my dad and Goji holding this waffle cone that was like as big as my face. I have opinions on coffee. So Folgers, to me, it tastes like dirt. Maxwell House tastes like dirt. Timmy Ho's does not taste like dirt, but it doesn't taste good. So it's better than the other two, but not as good as what I'm currently drinking. Yeah. And I've never tried like any of the Starbucks roasts, so I don't actually know. Original blend. Probably a medium. On the Border. Where is On the Border? Is that just like a southern thing? It is a Tex-Mex restaurant. No, I don't care about the studio album. I want to know about the history. Of the restaurant On the Border. Maybe if I do... Oh, maybe FAQ will tell me. No, I want to know where you guys are. It's in South Korea? What? What? Hold on. Wikipedia has some history for us. Let me pull this over here. Okay, so it was originally in Dallas. But where is it? 150 restaurants. How the fuck is it in South Korea? Holy shit, that just blows my fucking mind. There's a rich and a decaf version. See, I need to get more decaf stuff because I think I want less caffeine in my life. On the Border. I actually like On the Border. It was okay. It was cheaper than a lot of the other sit-down Mexican restaurants you could go to, and it had an ice cream machine. I don't know if they still do, but it did where I went. And you could get a little cone and you could do a swirl, and it was just so good. And there's sprinkles, so you could have a delicious Tex-Mex meal and then ice cream. So good. It was so good. I haven't been there in years. I don't know if it's still good. A&W. I do actually very much like. I very much like A&W restaurant. The matzo burger is my favorite. Just because it's different from what I usually eat anyway. Very good. It is very good. I had a dream the other night that I was driving in my hometown. And I went to the DQ where I used to work. And I was just really confused. That was the dream. There's nothing besides that. It's fucking weird. Okay, Baskin Robbins. I have been here. No, stop it. I have been here. And I have actually been to a location, and I vaguely remember it being good. So it goes in the B column. Goes in the B column. Ben and Jerry's, I know I like their ice cream, so I'm just going to put it the same level as Baskin Robbins. You know, there's one thing that isn't on here that I recently had, and I was like, oh yeah, I can talk about this because now I've had it, because I've heard about it. Whataburger. Whataburger isn't on here, but I had it finally yesterday, day before yesterday. The shakes are good. They're made with real ice cream. I like them. But the burgers suck. Burgers are just bad. Like, I would not recommend eating a Whataburger. Getting one of their shakes, yes. Yeah, that's good. I got an Oreo shake while Goji got a strawberry shake, and we both liked them. They're made with real ice cream. It was delicious. But their burgers and their fries are tasteless. It's like they don't put any seasoning on them at all. Like, I know it's fresh ingredients, and I know that they do it. Like, they cook it right there because we watched them cook it. It just didn't taste good. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Burger King. I haven't been there in a long time, but I will say I'd probably go there. Probably not as much as A&W, but I do remember growing up, they had a Whopper Wednesday where you could get a Whopper for $1. So, and those were, we also went to church on Wednesday night. We went Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night. And so Dad, when they would have Whopper Wednesdays, would take us all to Burger King so we could get Whoppers before church. because it was literally $1 for a Whopper. So we would all get a Whopper, and then we would all get water to drink. And we'd sit there and we eat our Whoppers, and then we go to church. It was cheap. It was cheap, and it was filling. I don't remember if it was good. It was filling. And Twitch is having all sorts of problems today. Twitch is having all sorts of problems. I know, but like, come on. Yeah. I feel like KFC's fries were definitely limp for a long time. But I don't know. Chick-fil-A. I'd put it on the same level as a 7-Eleven. I grew up in Texas. They used to do these things at the high school where you could get a Chick-fil-A sandwich for like $3 at lunchtime. And they were like a little bit better than the cafeteria food, I guess. Now that's sacrilege right there. That's sacrilege to say that it was like a little better. What it was. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit better. But I would never go out of my way to go to a Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick-fil-A that opened at West Edmonton Mall. And the line for that place was fucking through the entire mall. And I don't understand it. Because it's not even that good. The chicken isn't even that good. The chicken's like... I mean, it's not bad. But I've had better chicken at many other places. And also, one of the big selling points I remember in Texas was their sweet tea. People would be like, oh man, Chick-fil-A sweet tea. They'd swear by it. And I'd be like, it's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. Chili's. Oh, wait, no. Okay, well, it says no ads are incoming. So we're going to take a quick break. Please get yourself a snack, a drink, stretch your leggies. We will be back in just one moment. Barbara. I have returned. Hello. Also, before we continue, I want to real quickly thank you to everybody who supports me over on Patreon. But more specifically, thank you to the people who support me at the $5 tier or more, who are currently Vizel, Platform Platypus, King Necros, and Goshusho. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate you. It helps me a lot, actually. So I just wanted to say thanks. Thank you for the welcome back, too. Now we're gonna continue playing. We're gonna continue playing this. We're gonna continue playing this. Chili's. I feel like I've been to a Chili's a few times. And they were same as TGI Fridays. They were fine. Not bad. Not good. Just fine. I have no stories about Chili's. And I don't remember Chuck E. Cheese. I know I've been to a Chuck E. Cheese, but I don't remember it. So I'm just going to put it at a D. At the convention. Was it good? Do you remember it being good? Or was it just fine? Because I remember it being kind of on the same tier as TGI Fridays. Good prices? Okay. I don't really remember anything about it. Besides that it wasn't horrible. Steak and Shake? I feel like I've been there. but I don't remember it. But it's probably on the same level as the rest of these that I've been there and I don't remember. I put Fridays in the C tier. Fridays is right here. Alongside Denny's and Waffle House. Mostly it's like if I remember eating there, but I don't really remember what the food was like. Like, I remember it not being bad, but it wasn't good. Then it's just gonna, we're just gonna have it as this. Coca-Cola, you know, they don't have Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper would be S tier. Coca-Cola is just A tier. Coca-Cola is just A tier. Okay, that's fair. That is fair, Barzo. Domino's? Okay, this is going to be an incredibly... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't know if this is going to be a divisive opinion. I think Domino's pizza sucks. Every time I've gotten a Domino's pizza, it's just been terrible. I don't know if that's just because the one I ordered from wasn't good, but I just remember it being horrible. Just not good at all. Orange Julius is like a DQ, but it's just fine. They don't actually give you a real Orange Julius there, but it's still okay. Five Guys, I ate there like once. It was fine. It's now part of DQ. Okay, well, good to know. Five Guys is just okay though. It's not great. I don't really remember too much about it. Krispy Kreme, I've not really had a good experience with a Krispy Kreme. I haven't felt like they were awful. Like there's, okay, I don't know if you guys have experienced this. There are some donut places where they put the chocolate dip on top and it tastes like onions. I don't know why that is. There've been several places that I've had it and it tastes like a Krispy Kreme. For whatever reason, anytime I have anything that isn't just glazed, tastes like onions to me. I don't like it. Like, I wouldn't say no to a glazed donut. That's why it's not an F tier. But I wouldn't choose it. Ices are another thing that are not a fast food restaurant, but I like them. I always liked filling up the big cups with the icy stuff. Yeah. My insides are gonna be red later. I mean, they're already pink, but you know. Rice fact time. Rice yield can be reduced by weed growth and a wide variety of pests, including insects, nematodes, rodents such as rats, snails. Well, snails and birds aren't rodents. Rats are rodents, but the other two aren't rodents. Major rice insect pests include armyworms, rice bugs, black bugs, cutworms, field crickets, grasshoppers, leafhoppers, mealybugs, and plant hoppers. Weather conditions can contribute to pest outbreaks. Rice gale midge outbreaks are worsened by high rainfalls in the wet season. White thrips outbreaks are associated with drought. Ah, I did not know that. Thanks. IHOP. I have stories to tell you guys about IHOP. I don't think the food is good enough to be an A tier, by the way. I think the food is like C tier. But when I worked at the cafe, and we had closing shifts, and it would be midnight when we were closed and leaving the store. And my manager and a coworker and I would all go to IHOP, and we would eat at IHOP together. And it was great. It was great. Just like, it's midnight, IHOP's open, we're tired, we're hungry, we've had to deal with shit all day. We're just gonna go to IHOP, have a stack of pancakes, maybe some bacon. That was great. I loved it. I loved that little thing. But was the food great? No. It was not great, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Midnight is the best time to go to IHOP. Midnight, because you can just sit there. I would also go there with friends at midnight. We would go and sit at IHOP and eat and talk about weird shower thoughts. Like, shower thoughts is the best way to describe it. It'd be like, if you could control the metal in someone's blood, what would you do with that? Those would be our conversations at midnight at IHOP. Also, the one in my hometown, or at least the one that I went to in my hometown, a friend of mine from high school, her dad owned it. So it was also pretty, easy to get stuff. Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box. It's fine. I put it above Sonic just because there was a while there when I was working at, I don't remember which job I was working, but there was Jack in the Box by my parents' house, and I would go there and they had this teriyaki bowl, and I would get it. I'd just get it once or twice a week, because I would get it with chicken. So I'd have chicken, and I would have broccoli, and have carrots. And I'd just sit there and be like, yeah. That's the only thing I get from it. I wouldn't get a drink. I wouldn't get anything else. Just a little teriyaki bowl. I'd just sit in my car in the parking lot and go, yeah. And I'd eat it. I wouldn't even go inside. I wouldn't take it back to my parents' house. I would just eat it in the parking lot. And that would be my lunch some days, and that'd be great. Yay. But I don't even know if they offer those anymore. I haven't been to a Jack in the Box in a long time. Who is texting me and why? It's Goji. Telling me a stream I should watch. So a lot of these that we have left, I have stories about. Taco Bell, nuts. Well, no, I have a Taco Bell story. I have 2 Taco Bell stories. What do I not have stories about? I don't have. I'm just gonna do the ones that I don't have stories about. Little Caesars. Nope. That's the wrong thing to grab. Hand, why are you rebelling? Little Caesars. It's fine. Actually, you know what? No, I would put Little Caesars at C. because they are hot and they are ready. Applebee's, I never really have any stories about. They're like meh. When I was little, I liked their cheese pizzas. I think I've been to a Fazoli's, but I don't remember it. So I'm actually going to put it in like the C tier because it wasn't bad enough to be like, oh, that was terrible. But I don't remember it. Outback was fine. I only went there once. Cracker Barrel, I have a story about Cracker Barrel. Olive Garden was meh. I put it on the same tier as Applebee's, honestly. Texas Roadhouse, I put it F tier because they have, at least the one where I lived, had the peanut shells on the ground. And I hated it. That wasn't, the food was probably fine. I don't remember. It's just they had the shells on the ground and it was uncomfortable to walk on. Also, Cece's Pizza, I don't have stories about McDick's. Cece's Pizza. Or Panda Express, really? I hate it. I hate it, Varzel. I hate it. McDick's. Yeah, I'd put it at the same rate as Burger King. They're not amazing. And in fact, I hate McDick's burgers. I hate their burgers. I don't know what it is, but their burger patties taste awful to me. So, McDick's, I would only get chicken nuggets from. Chicken nuggets! And a McFlurry, but sometimes their thing is messed up. Long John Silver's, I don't really have a story about either. But I would go to it about the same rate as a Burger King when I lived down there. So I would choose Long John Silver's over McDick's. DC's, I guess I don't have a story about. It was fine. Panda Express is fine. Putting Panda Express below Long John Silver's feels sacrilegious, but like... Excuse me. But I don't care. Yeah, I have stories about everything else. Okay. Well, not Subway. Yes, Subway, actually. I do have stories about Subway. Jason's Deli. I would actually put an S tier. I've gone to Jason's Deli since I was a small, tiny possum. Because, like I said, my parents knew the people who opened it. And in fact, some of the pictures on the wall were taken by my uncle. And some of the artwork is by my dad. And they used to have something on the menu called the Deli Cowboy. They don't have it anymore, but if you go and you ask for a Deli Cowboy, they'll still make you one. And that is my favorite. That's my favorite sandwich. It's basically like brisket with a lot of barbecue sauce and melted cheddar cheese. So it's not like a special thing, but it just their meat's really good. Their sauce is really good. I just really like it. And they have Coke, and they give you potato chips, and they have ice cream machine. Also, it is because there were so many in Dallas, and there are many around the hospital areas. So because when I was a little kid, I was sick a lot, and I had to go to the Dallas Children's Hospital. So once I got to leave, every time I got to leave, we would stop by Jason's Deli, I was kind of like, yay, we're out. And then also with my brother, because he had to get a lot of surgeries. When we would be up there, we would mostly eat at Jason's Deli. And also, it was a very comfortable flavor, a nice memory. So if you're ever in a situation to have a Jason's Deli, and you're like, what would Ghostie eat? Deli Cowboy. Except for I don't eat pickle. I don't really eat pickles. And it has a huge pickle. Like, they give you a huge pickle on the side. So I just give it to my dad. He's like, ooh. Because he loves it. DQ. Yeah, you know what? Because I would choose, if Goji was like, I'm going to pick up food on the way home. Where do you want from? I'd usually choose DQ over even A&W. But that's also because DQ gives you good ice cream. But their burgers aren't that bad. Like, I talk about how I don't like McDick's burgers. But DQ burgers don't make me sad. DQ burgers do not make me sad. In fact, they're one of the only burgers, one of the ones that we get there is the only thing that will make me eat an onion ring happily. Because it tastes good with the rest of the burger. Mostly I just don't like onions. But that one I'll happily eat the onion ring on it. But also I used to work at DQ a long time ago. My primary thing that I had to do was make waffles for waffle cones. And make blizzards. And part of making things like the waffles for the waffle cones, therefore forming them into the waffle cones, or making the blizzards, is taking care of the machinery. Like cleaning the stuff. And for whatever reason, I really enjoy cleaning these machines. I just really find it fun. I don't know why. Just like, yeah. So if somebody came and got a blizzard while I was working, you could be sure that the blizzard was going to taste good and that it came off of a very clean machine. Also, that Dairy Queen that I worked at was very very clean. Like, all the guys who worked in the back who did like the burger stuff, they were incredibly focused on cleanliness as well. I think that was my first real job, and it was the first one that like I had to go through corporate training on, and there was a huge emphasis on keeping the stuff clean. Just an absolutely gigantic emphasis on keeping stuff clean. And so that's why and it could be different in different places. I know that there are places with horror stories about how bad things are in the back, but at least where I worked, I would have no problem ordering stuff from. Well, yeah. I hated working there though, other than cleaning the machines, so I quit after 2 months. I quit. I left. Partially because one time they tried to put me on the drive-thru and I could not understand a word said. They were like, but you're gonna have to learn to do drive-thru, and I was like, Bubway! Bubway's in section B. Because even though their bread is not bread, I mean it is. Let's be honest, it is. When I moved from Texas to Alberta, One of the things I noticed was everything tasted very different. Like, down in the States, your beef is corn-fed. Up in Canada, your beef is grain-fed. So it actually tastes incredibly different. There's a lot of other things like that just everything tasted a little off to me. Except for Subway. Because Subway tasted the same no matter where you went. So when I was in uni, and I would get off my classes for lunch, I'd go to Subway and I'd get a meatball sub and a Dr. Pepper and 2 chocolate chip cookies. And that's what I eat. Because I was like, because it tasted the same that it always tastes. It always tasted the exact same. And so I could always count on it being what I expected it to be. And then once we moved out to Redacted, there was a Subway that was right near our first apartment. And we would go there sometimes. Often enough that the workers and I became a little bit of friends. So when I started having trouble, I stopped being able to come in as much. They were actually worried about me. And they came by and they brought food. They were so sweet. I really appreciated them. Yeah. Taco Bell, though. Taco Bell, I have stories, but they're not good stories. I have gone to Taco Bell twice in my life. Once in high school. My friends really wanted Taco Bell, and I didn't know what to get there, so it just got cinnamon twists. And they were fine, I guess. And then the second time I went to Taco Bell was in a quote-unquote mission trip. It wasn't really a mission trip. At where I came from, when you got to the end of your high school years, the youth minister took the entire graduating class that went to, so not very many people. Entire graduating class in my case was like 8 people. And you would be taken somewhere to do work for the Lord. I've talked a little bit about this before. Our youth minister took us to Denver because he wanted us to work with the homeless populace. And he tried to make us sleep on the streets. But one of the girls' parents were so mad and were like threatening to sue him. So we stayed in like the youth minister's son's apartment. But the first day we were there, he made us walk everywhere throughout the city. And he told us we only had $5 for a lunch between all 8 of us, which is fine, by the way. You can make that work, right? But we ended up going to Taco Bell, and we had like dollar menu stuff, which was I had no problem with, except it didn't taste right, and I got sick. Oh, hold on, guys, hold on. My medicine deliver. Sorry about that, chat. My medicine got delivered, and I'm back now. We're good. Everything's fine. Anyway, so Denver was actually where I picked up my very first stalker. There was a guy that tried to be friend. He was in his 40s, I think he told us. He was trying to convince myself and the other girls that God would want us to be with him. And he heard that I was a writer, so he was like, Ghostie, I am also a writer. That means that God has put us together. I was like, no. And then he added everybody on Facebook after that. And he kept trying to stalk me. He kept trying to figure out where I was. He didn't have the money to come to Texas. So he kept trying to convince people's parents to pay for him to come to Texas. And at one point, he was trying to be, you know, intimate with me over Facebook Messenger. And I was like, I'm not into this. And he was like, well, it's fine, just send me a picture. And I was like, I'm gonna block you. So I blocked him. And then he got really angry. And the youth minister tried to counsel me to unblock him and listen to what God had to say through him. I was just like, I'm leaving town. And that was the first uni I went to. And other things happened that we won't talk about. Cracker Barrel I've also been to, and this is another I don't really remember the food. Don't remember the food at all. But we went there after a youth group thing where we climbed a mountain, which was an awful experience for me. I would not redo it. And not that climbing a mountain is a bad thing, and not that camping out is a bad thing, but specifically, people didn't listen to me. Like, we were climbing up to summit, and I told the guide, hey, I feel really nauseous. I think I need to sit down. I feel like I'm gonna vomit. No, you're not gonna vomit. You're fine. You're just trying to slow things down. You're good. I really think I'm gonna vomit. No, you would never. Nah. You wouldn't do that. We crested the top of this one thing. I go and I sit a little ways away so that I'm not looking down on the people still climbing up. And I just vomit off the side of a mountain. Because I had to vomit and they told me I didn't. But then afterwards, after we came down the mountain and we came back down, we went to Cracker Barrel. And I don't remember what it tasted like. It didn't taste like mountain food though, so it was good. Dunkin' Donuts I have a good story about. So I don't have any stories about Papa John's. I don't know why I didn't just... So Dunkin' Donuts, I actually don't love their donuts or anything that they sell. Like, I'm not partial to Dunkin' Donuts, but when I was in high school, Dad would sometimes in the morning just take me to Dunkin' Donuts. He was like, you're not going in for first period. Don't worry, I already called in and told them you're not coming in because of a family event. And he would just take me to Dunkin' Donuts and we would have a nice morning where we would just sit there and we would talk about anime and we would talk about video games and we would eat donuts and I would get a chalky milk and he would get a coffee. And it was nice to just have donuts and chalky milk and talk about fun things. And so that's why it's in the A category. I wouldn't choose it over a lot of other places. But those are some good memories. Papa John's is fine. I mean, if I'm in the States, I'll choose Papa John's delivery over other ones just because it has fluffier crust and it has the garlicky butter thing you can beat on. Brain, what the fuck? Has the garlicky butter thing you can dip in. Yeah. Red Lobster. I put it in a B. I like seafood a lot. There are better places than Red Lobster. But Mom always wanted to go to Red Lobster for like her birthday. Or if she was like, I'm gonna do a girls' day, you and me, Ghostie, we'd go to Red Lobster. And those are always uncomfortable, but the food was good. Those are always so uncomfortable because the way that Mama Pass deals with things is kind of an interview scenario. She'll be like, so I was hearing about this, so what do you think about? And I'd just be like, I just want to eat my scramps. I want to eat my scramps. May I have my scramps? And I'd have scramps and they were delicious. Okay, so Starbucks. I put it at a B. Because their stuff is just fine. They have some good coffee drinks. But I also haven't had it in years, so I don't know if they're still fine. Like, we don't live near a place with Starbucks. If we go to the city, we don't go out of our way to get Starbucks, because, like, why? Expensive. And they don't give you substantial foods. So we don't go to Starbucks. But I remember it being fine. But a lot of these, like, I haven't been to Jason's Deli since 2019. On the Border, I haven't been since, like, 2018. IHOP, I haven't been to since 2019. Dunkin' Donuts, I haven't been to since a while. Auntie Anne's, I haven't been at the DFW airport since 2019, so I haven't had that since then. There's a lot of these that I'm like, I haven't had Burger King since then, or Jack in the Box, or Long John Silver's, or Red Lobster, or Starbucks. I think I had after 2019, but I can't remember. So there's a lot of these that I'm like, I'm just running off of memories. Timmy Ho's. Okay, so Timmy Ho's is better than Dunkin' Donuts, but it is not actually good. Timmy Ho's is just like fine, I guess. But I have some ghosty lore about Timmy Ho's. I have ghosty lore about Timmy Ho's. When I flew up to Canada for the first time and Goji got me at the airport, he took me to a Timmy Ho's right off the hop. And I don't remember the food we ordered. I do remember that he ordered a peach drink, and he told me that it tasted just like eating a peach. You could even taste the peach fuzz. By the way, they discontinued this drink. They don't make this drink anymore. But I was too nervous to get it, so I gotten like a Coca-Cola or something like that. But he got the peach drink. So we're sitting in the airport at a table at a Timmy Ho's. And he goes, do you want to taste the peach drink? And I was like, sure. So he takes a drink, leans across the table and kisses me full on the mouth, and pushes the peach drink into my mouth. And that's how I had peach drink. And I was like, ah! That was my first kiss. That was my first ever kiss. And the first ever kiss would have been me coming out of security, but we hadn't talked about whether we were gonna kiss then or whether we were gonna hug. So he went for a kiss and I went for a hug, and it was kind of awkward. So I botched our first kiss. But then our second, actually first kiss, was pizza drink. So Tim Hortons is A tier. Well, Goji ever says he doesn't have Riz, just tell him no. Wendy's! Wendy's I put in S tier. Wendy's is a newer one for me, because growing up we didn't go to Wendy's to eat. We would only have we'd only have Frosties. Only have Frosties! But I've lately been having some Wendy's when we go to do things with family members who drive in the cities, and then we go to Wendy's and we have a Wendy's, and it's actually really delicious. And they have drinks that I like, and they have Frosties, and they're just, I like it. And of course, Whataburger. Hi Zoop, how's it going? You can try. Oh no, you did it! Okay, Whataburger. Whataburger. I know people who are gonna be like, no, In-N-Out's but I've never had In-N-Out. I can't tell you whether In-N-Out's better. What I do know is that growing up in Texas, going to Whataburger is fucking amazing. Evil soup noises? Why do you have to be evil? Why can't you just be, I don't know, morally gray? No! You heard it here first, guys. Giving head pats to Ghostie is an evil aligned action. So Whataburger is delicious. I really like them. And the one where I grew up made incredibly thick milkshakes. Like milkshakes you gotta eat with a spoon. And it was just really good. It was basically like getting ice cream. But sometimes Papa Boss would take us there after we've been to the dentist, because the dentist was not very nice and he wouldn't really give you enough painkiller. So he'd take us to Whataburger afterwards as an apology, and we'd get shakes that we couldn't drink, so we would just eat them with spoons. You know, like this would be after the dentist would have pulled a tooth or something. So like, we're bleeding anyway. But we have delicious milkshake. I like Whataburger. I like Whataburger. So yeah. Jason's Deli, Wendy's, and Whataburger are my... Oh, and also, just because of the accent that people have where I grew up, the way they say Whataburger sounds a lot more like Waterburger. So a lot of kids will grow up thinking it's Waterburger. Not Whataburger. I don't know why it gets really nasally when I say that, Whataburger. That's not even the way that people say it. But it sounds like water. So you just think it's water. So then you're really confused when you get a burger and it's a normal burger and it's not made out of water, but it tastes good. So you don't ask questions. And then later on, when you're like 5 and you're starting to learn how to read, or whenever you learn how to read. I learned before 5 because my brother would read things out of order when we were playing Mega Man X, and it would make me really mad, so I learned how to read. But I'd be like, where's the water in the burger? Papa Boss is like, no. No, Ghostie. No. It's what a burger. Like, oh, what a burger. It's a really good burger. And it is. It is a really good burger. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Lube, you missed Ghostie lore about... There's water in meat. I know that. But I mean, like, there's not... The burger is not made out of water. You're not... You're not cupping a burger that is made entirely out of water. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed our fast food potato. By potato, I mean tier list. I'm very tired if you cannot tell. So I'm gonna raid out and send you guys somewhere. YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please have a wonderful day. Eat something delicious and all of that. And I will see you guys later, YouTube. Bye.